Yeah, because really get into this look. What? Hey loves, happy Vlogmas. Thank you for tuning in. Look at my face, girl. I did this. Lucy did this. Me, moi. This is another holiday glam look. Let's get into how this face came about. We're starting off with a fresh, clean face. I've already moisturized and I've applied my primer. So let's just jump right into it. For my foundation, I'm using L'Oreal Infallible. So I've been rewatching episodes of Girlfriends. I do this every year. I rewatch the entire series. Oh, Lucy, don't get under your eyes. I rewatch the entire series like 3 times a year, not joking. And the interesting thing is that every time I watch Girlfriends, I'm always learning something new. And so this time around, as I'm watching it, I'm realizing how much I appreciate how patient the girlfriends were with Lynn and her journey. Because if you know anything about that show, it's that Lynn was on a self-discovery journey for like the longest. Oh my word. She just, she was trying to find herself, and not just find herself, but also find out her purpose. And in the midst of that, she would get caught up in these random different jobs, just trying to find what she even likes, what she enjoys, what she wants to do. And so she finds out, okay, I really enjoy music. And y'all, just as soon as we get happy and excited and proud for Lynn, come to find out, she has put in all this work with this record label just for them to pull her off the label at the last minute. And the way her girlfriends surrounded her with love, the way they were so understanding of her and patient with her, it's so beautiful to watch. It's beautiful, it's impressive, because that's something that you don't see as often nowadays. I just went in with concealer, and I'm not doing a bright under eye, so that's why I chose a concealer that was a little closer to my shade. But now we're gonna go in with Fenty Beauty's setting powder. I'm just gonna apply this powder everywhere where I set the concealer on. But yeah, just to see how patient her friends were with her is very, very beautiful. It's admirable, because that's something that's not as common, unfortunately, nowadays. It's just not. There are people who feel like, oh, I am elevating, I am now here, and you're still here. We just can't be friends anymore. Well, how about understanding the fact that we are all on different journeys, right? And some people make it to their career a lot faster than others. And that shouldn't be something that is looked down upon, or, people shouldn't feel bad for that, or they shouldn't get scolded for that. But unfortunately, that's how the world is today. As soon as someone makes it in life, they're like, ooh, my circle has to reflect my current journey, which I understand to a certain degree. I get that as you grow, as you improve, as things kind of improve for you in life in general, you want your circle to reflect that, but also you can't just drop your day ones. People who have genuinely been there for you, people who have genuinely supported you and had your back, and in those hard times, those aren't the people you drop. The people you drop are the people who have not added any value to your life. And value doesn't mean something monetary. It means someone who hasn't added anything to your mental being, or your health, your health, or your spiritual journey. This is what we look like now. I love this. I'm so sorry. Now that we look like this, it's time to do blush. We're gonna do blush, then contour. Because we're going for like a red holiday look, red holiday glam, I'm gonna do a red blush. I can't find my red blush, so I'm actually using my palette. So hopefully this works. Yeah. We want a Oh my gosh, someone on TikTok, I posted something the other day about me using an LYS bronzer, and this young lady on TikTok was like, you should try moving your bronzer up a little bit because you have such defined, gorgeous, what do you call these, cheekbones. You want to highlight those a lot more, so move it up. I was like, thank you, because typically I'll put my bronzer right here. So now when I do it, I'm going to put it right here, right under my blush. This is why social media is important, you know? You learn something new. I'm always learning something new from social media. It just depends on how you use it. It just depends on how you use it, what you use it for. Okay, you got to see. Ooh, let's bring it up to our temple a little bit. Yes, let's bring it up a little. Ooh. Time for one of my favorite parts. We gonna bronze this face, baby, using LYS. Okay, she said move it upwards, so right here. Ooh, highlight those cheeks, honey. Let's just go ahead and bronze our whole face. Why don't we? You notice how I'm using very, very little? It's because the LYS bronzer, y'all, it works so well. It's so pigmented that a little goes a long way. You really only need to put a little bit on. I just recently got these brushes from e.l.f. and I love that they have labelings on there so I know what I'm doing. Where is the one for the bronzer? Oop, found it. Yep, bronzing. Thank you, e.l.f. All right. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my word. This LYS bronzer is ooh. Look, ooh. Girl, talk about giving my face more dimension. Okay, this brush is so fluffy, e.l.f., that I don't know how much of a fan of it I am, but we will roll with it. You said to use this for bronzing. I'm going to trust it, trust the process, and trust e.l.f. because I'm a fan. No, because am I tripping or does this look extremely good? Wow. Let's do brows. I'm just gonna brush them and do eyes, and we'll seal this all together with lips. But before we do that, let's add our setting spray. Revolution. We are brushing our brows. If you know me, then you know Lucy does not do anything to her brows except for brush them. And sometimes she uses gel, but a lot of the time she doesn't. I just brush these bad boys up because I don't mind a messy, bushy, okay looking brow. I do not mind it at all. For eyes, we're going to do a smoky look with a little bit of sparkle right here. That's really all I'm going for. Starting with black liner at the bottom and at the top. So for eyes, I'm gonna go in with a super dark brown, almost black, just on the exterior part, as well as up above here. So let's start with the this darker shade first. I'm gonna take a slightly lighter color and just apply that on. Just apply it right here. So that looks really good. I think I do want something slightly darker here still, maybe. Adding just a little bit of this black. There we go. There we go, yes, just a little bit of this. There we go. Now I think I'm gonna go in with like a lighter brown here towards the center, and then, excuse me, some silver sparkly here, and we'll be done with the eyes. Next, I'm gonna be using this palette. My best friend got this from Japan. Perfect Diary Explorer eyeshadow palette. I mean, look at this beauty. Let's do some goat milk right here. Oh, that's just gorgeous. So that goat milk is more of a gold color, and I did want silver, so we're gonna go in with some silver. ColourPop Cloud 9. I'm gonna try this. Wow. Well, that's what we wanted. Now, this is a bit more sparkle than I had envisioned, pero I'm not mad at it. Let's get into the lips. For lips, I'm going to be using, this is also a Japanese brand, I believe. And this is, who is this by? Oh, this is Maybelline. So we'll start with the lipstick and then seal it off with like this matte one. I very, very rarely do red lipsticks. They're so bold, and I just always feel like if you make one wrong move with red lipstick on, you're finished. So it's a shade I avoid, but for the holidays, that Maybelline red, honey. I'm not mad at that. I am not mad at that. Go in with this matte gloss. Phew, boy, that is red. That is red. Now we're gonna line our lips with, let's do a brown pencil. This is by Black Opal. It's in the shade Hyde Park. So I think I'm actually going to go back over that again with my black liner. There you go. Clean up around the lips a little bit. Pat that in. You're gonna use a brush to kind of brush in that black liner a little bit more. I went ahead and finished getting ready just so you can see the full look, but baby, here we are. I added some gloss on my lips too, so it's like a bright candy apple holiday red look. Ugh. I love that I'm still surprising myself when it comes to makeup. The only thing this is missing is mascara. How did I forget that? There we have it. What should I call this look, you guys? Wow, this is amazing. Oh yeah, eyes, Fenty Beauty. I need a name for this look because this is too good. It needs to be a holiday name for this look, but here we are, all ready and all festive and all cute. I'm so proud of myself for how I've been improving with makeup, and I appreciate you guys for being on this journey with me. Thank you so much, loves, for tuning into another Vlogmas. We are almost done. I appreciate every subscriber. Thank you so much. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye, loves. Mwah.